Hello everyone. Today I have a review of this 2007 Toyota Sienna CE. This will be a full review of this Sienna. So we'll do a quick walk around of the exterior and we'll get started. As you can see, there are some imperfections around it, but most of the paint actually looks really good. It has your typical mid-2000s, early 2010s Toyota key fob. Just has lock, unlock, and the panic button. It's in this salsa red metallic, and it has a gray cloth interior with leather trim on the doors right here, cloth on the side panels of the doors, and then plastic on the rest. So let's go ahead and start it up. Your key is also of the same era. Fires right up. It's got a 4-spoke urethane steering wheel with cruise control down here. Parking brakes located down there. And this Sienna has a 5-speed automatic transmission with low gear shiftability, which I'm not in. There we go. It also displays your gears on the H cluster. So, let's go ahead and turn on the lights, as well as the hazards. And we'll roll down the automatic down driver's side window. And we'll take a look at the exterior. I personally, this is my favorite generation of the Sienna. I think they just had the styling down. I don't know how the later generations drive, but and it is riding on 16-inch alloy wheels with, I think it's, 215 65 R16 tires. Your exhaust is on the right side. So we'll go ahead and cut off the hazards, and I'll just demonstrate the lights. So let's go ahead and give it a few revs. This Sienna comes with Toyota's 2GR FE dual overhead cam 3.5 liter V6 with dual VVT-I, making 266 horsepower at 6,200 RPM and 245 pound-feet of torque at 4,700 RPM. And we'll go ahead and shut the door. So on the left, you have your door locks. Right here you have your window locks. Then you have all 4 of your power windows. On the left you have your mirror controls. You just select left, center for just having it off or right, and then just use the D-pad. You have a vent over here. You have your TPMS reset right here, and then you have a few dead buttons. Your HUD release is down here, right here. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your turn signal and light stop. Then all that's on the steering wheel is your cruise control, but you have your on-off right here. On the gauge cluster itself, you have your tachometer, your speedometer, your fuel gauge, and your temp gauge. This Sienna has 194,000 miles. You also have the aforementioned gear selector indicator. To the right of the steering wheel, you have your wiper stock with controls for your rear wiper. And then your rear wipers controls right there. Ooh, okay. In your center stack area, I believe this is a speaker up here. Then you have your hazards button, your rear defrost. Up here you have your radio with your presets, your eject for your CD player, all your audio options. You have seat track right here, scan, AM, FM, FM1 and 2, disc, aux, and text. Here you have your MP3 folder. I don't really know how that works. I don't know if that's for the aux, because I don't really know. Maybe that's for the CD player or something, the folder. I just don't know what the file or folder are for. You get two vents here in the center. You get your AC on and off control, which, because it's on max AC, is not going to change. And then same for your vent, which it's on here. You get your lights controls for on, door, and off. There we go. You got single zone climate controls. Oh, also your hour and minute adjustment for the clock. You got single zone climate controls, temperature control, your zones, and your rear fan. Which I'm just gonna keep off for now. Down here you have your gear shifter and access to your interlock if you can't press the brake. You got this little storage compartment here. I feel like there's supposed to be a drawer here, but I'm not sure. But it is a decently large cubby here. Right here you have a cup holder that pops out like that. Yes, that just kind of got a little stuck. Yeah, it looks like it can expand a little. It looks like a coin holder as well. Down here you got, looks like it's supposed to be 2 cigarette outlets, but there's only one. Down here you get some storage. Then right here in the center, you get center console type of thing. Got a little bit of storage here. And down here you have a release that just lets it slide down like that, so you can have access to lock to the back, and then you just pull it back up and it'll lock into place. Up here you do get your garage home link storage. So if you have a button, you can stick it up here. Doesn't look like it's ever been touched actually, because that looks like it might be the original adhesive like sticker. But anyway, you put it in there and then you just push it through that little plastic. You got your vanity mirror with, I don't know why the lights only work halfway, but up here you get your sunglass compartment. And then you got a mirror to view your passengers while you're driving. Then you got your rear view mirror with your dim. I believe that sums up the driver's area of the front. So we'll go ahead and move to the passenger side. Oh, I forgot. Also, you have storage in the door that just flips up, just like this. And you also have some more storage in the door itself. The driver's seat is manual, has the tilt backrest adjustment, lumbar support, or now that's height support, and then forward and back with the bar. And your fuel door release is right here. Over here on the passenger side, you get the same adjustments as the driver's seat minus the height adjustment. Go ahead and sit down. On the passenger side, you do get this little cargo hook right here. Then you have your glove box right here, which is fairly big. And you get another little storage glove box above that. Then in the door you have the same storage. You have your power locks and your window for this side, or all your vehicle locks, then this window right here. And you have more storage in the bottom, which has a warning. Capped bottle only. Yeah, I could see why that'd be the case. So go ahead and look at the back now. Here you have your second row, but we'll start in the third row. So that just pulls up like that, and then you just flip it out of the way. For easy access to the third row, and for demonstration, I'll put it back just to show the amount of room. So behind the seat, you do get a good amount of room. I think our newer Odyssey has more room, but I mean, this is definitely an improvement over the first gen Sienna. My feet have plenty of room under the seat. I'm not cramped in here, but my kneecaps or my shins are starting to touch this plastic. But as long as I keep them away, it's a really nice third row. The seating position's good. It's not one of those where you're like, your knees are in your face. You're actually a decent ways off the ground. Back here you do get two cup holders, and I don't know if this is storage or, yeah, just some storage right here. But yeah, it's a very nice third row. And you can also adjust this third row by pulling these little things right here, and you can recline a decent bit. Pretty much the same as our Odyssey. You do get your seat belt for your middle seat right there, or your middle seat in the third row, I should say. I will say though, the upright position of these seats is very awkward. So if I scoot over and I put this in like it's just a very stiff, uncomfortable position. So I just set it there, and that's kind of the position our Odyssey sits at. Over here on this side, the same thing. You get cup holders and storage. It's actually pretty deep on this side. Or it might be like down both sides. Nope. The other side's deeper. I swear some Siennas had like a spare tire carrier right here, but I'm not sure that actually happened. You get some speakers back here as well. Up here you get your vents and grab handles, lights, and clothing hooks. And that is actually in all 4 of the seats. But I'm gonna go ahead and just scoot up to the next row. So here in the second row, and I'll shut the door so that way you can kind of see better what it looked like. So this doesn't have any like grab handle or something. You just kind of have to rely on the handle here. But it's got tons of legroom. Not as much foot room, but it might be because of this floor mat here. But good amount of room. I want to say it's almost the same as our Odyssey, maybe a little less. Just a little less. Still in a lot of room. On the door, you have your door handle, your lock, your power window, cup holder, and just some storage on the side. You got, like I said, you got more of those. On this side, you have your rear climate controls, which, if they are turned off up here, you cannot control them back here, if I understand correctly. But you have your fan speed, your zones, which you just press, and your temperature. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just now realizing how many places I missed. When I was detailing, I missed most of the like plastics back there, but it's an easy thing. Also, like the sunglass holder and the vanity mirrors, minor things that are easy to clean. Also, looks like just that side is dirty, but I'll clean both. Looks like also you can move the seat over and just have it in the center, so you have like a kind of like a 90s bench. So it looks like you just do this, and then I don't know how the rest of the seat comes out. Looks like it shows right here. You pull on this strap. Yeah, you pull on that strap and then it'll slide over. So I'm actually gonna do that real quick.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, we'll come back to that because I opened a jar of worms trying to do that. So we'll shut that for now. You also have a light down there. In the back of the Sienna, you have a lot of cargo room, as expected with the minivan. Over here you have your jack. Over here you got a little well, or just a cargo space. You got a dome light, 12-volt outlet right here, and cargo net things. You also got some cargo hooks down here. I don't really know how they work. Pull down the seats. You just pull this first, and then pull this up, and it'll go down just like that. And same for the other side. Just like that. And it actually makes for a flatter load for floor than like an Odyssey. But it does make for a lot of room. And then if we pull this back up first, you have to kind of pull both at the same time. But once you've pulled both for a second, you can, most of the time it'll work right. But if it ever like doesn't latch on the first try like that, I'd pull it down again. And then voila, it's back up. And that goes for that side as well. You get a pull down strap back here as well. So that concludes this review of this 2007 Toyota Sienna CE. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure to watch the test drive video that'll be out as well. And hope y'all have a great day. Thank you. Wrong key. Okay, a whole lot of finagling later, and I got it in the center one, which I guess does let you in the back easier, but Man, if you have it the other way, I don't think it's worth it to ever move. I guess if you do it right, it's not that bad, but what I did wrong, so I'm gonna do this again. And that's how you get out of the third row, if you get in the third row. Okay, so you get that up. So then what I did wrong first, I accidentally got it on these hooks before I got it on the front ones. So the back end wouldn't come up, and I couldn't put the front down because it wasn't aligned. But that's what these are for. These are manual overrides for this mechanism right here. So whenever you pull it, it folds down the seat first, like folds the backrest down first, then tumbles forward as a whole. This doesn't work all the time with the lever, so if I pull it, it might show what's supposed to move. But I don't see anything moving, which might be the problem. Let's see, I just heard the backrest open, which locked itself again. But so yeah, and then if it ever gets stuck here, or if you're trying to take it out, that's what this is for, releasing the bottom latch, or the bottom latch. But so if you're like this, and so if it gets like this, and then you pull this, and nothing's happening, you have to get under here and reach both of those red pegs at the same time, which once you find them, they're not super hard to do, to release it. It's just super inconvenient, and they just push forward and that releases it. Apparently, so the Car Care Nut made a video about this not terribly long ago. Apparently this mechanism stops working from people stepping on the seat, and that bends the frame here somewhere. It makes this automatic mechanism stop working. So don't step on the seats. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move it back. I'm gonna take them out anyway, because I guess I forgot to vacuum here as well. But yeah. And when you're aligning the hook piece. I'll show in a second when the seat's out.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So you have to align this piece right here, which looks like it moves. I'm not gonna try to pinch my finger, but you're gonna be pulling this strap at the same time. And yeah, see, when you pull the strap, that opens. That's what locks it down. So that's how you take it out. Alright, I'm gonna put this back. Alright guys, it is almost 1 a.m. when I'm editing this right now. Moral of the story, do not screw with the freaking middle row. It took me another 15 minutes or so just to get the seats back how they were at the beginning of the video. I don't know if that's just a thing with the CE model, because that's the model that has that special seat, which you may have noticed the right seat in the second row had the seatbelt attached, and it's for that bench seat setup. Not all Siennas of that generation have that feature, but I guess that's the way you can tell if it does it or not. But yeah, don't mess with those seats if it's already working. It was a pain in the butt. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to watch the test drive review, or test drive video, as I said. I'm about to start working that right now, but they should both be uploaded at the same time. Hope y'all have a good morning, night, whatever y'all are at right now. But yeah, take care everybody.